Hey guys, what's going on? This is quick start video number 3. So if you have not watched the first 2 videos, get on it. What's going on? Seriously, get in our Facebook community and watch the first 2 videos. This is just a series that I'm putting together for you guys. So basically you get the most important things that you need to get off to a good start in the program. So I want everybody on this program to win and have some really good wins under your belt right away. So basically then what we're talking about now in this video, I want to go over a couple things. One of them, I want to talk about the soreness, because I know most of you are really feeling like, man, you know, what's going on? I haven't felt this sore in a long time, or you're just getting back at it again into the exercise thing, and your body's letting you know, hey, I'm here, right? So I want to give you some strategies to help alleviate the soreness and get you recovering as fast as possible. I also want to go over the one big thing question that I posted earlier in our Facebook group as well, and give you kind of some ideas as to what's going on behind that, because there's a common theme that seems to be what you guys are struggling with. So, soreness. Why am I so sore, you might be wondering? Well, you know, again, when a lot of times there's either new types of movement patterns that we put into the mix, we've been working with different workout formats than you're used to, or you're just coming back after a long layoff. I mean, all of these are just kind of shock to the body type things. So, you know, basically your body's just letting you know that you did a lot of work, and you know, it might not be very happy, and it's in a place where it's a little bit sore. So what are some things we could do? Well, first of all, you know, I want you to know that it's normal. It's a normal response when, you know, you're new or you go through this type of stuff. And understand that it's not going to last forever. So you're not going to continue to feel this sore all the time. It's really the first, you know, week or 2 where it's at its worst, and then it'll start to get better and minimize itself. So that will happen. Just some things that you can do in the meantime. You know, one, I talk about it, you know, just basic stretching. Any areas that are tight, either stretch, get on a foam roll them out. Just, you know, really be diligent about doing that stuff. Set a timer. Try not to go more than 1 hour at a time without moving around. And that means, you know, if you got to set a timer on your phone, do it. Get up, stretch, walk, do something. Other things you could do on the weekend, you know, the weekend now, after you're coming off a hard week of workouts, the weekend is not a time where you want to go to the gym and bust out an hour and a half group exercise class, or, you know, run yourself ragged with workouts. You've done enough working out, so now we got to start working back in, meaning trying to recover and bring energy back into your body. Some other things you can do are like a walk. You can get out and go for like a brisk walk. Nothing crazy intense, just enough to get a light sweat going and to get you breathing, right? So, you know, when you sweat, basically you're flushing out toxins out of your body that have accumulated in the cells. So that's one way to get things, you know, moving in the right direction and get you recovering. Also doing some mobility work. You know, a lot of the exercises we do, especially like the second exercises at the stations, are mobility focused. Right? So when you know, the better that you move, the better you're going to recover, the better you're going to feel. All right? So just things like that. Pay attention to nutrition as well. That has everything to do with recovery, and sleep as well. This is the time on the weekends to catch up on sleep. Make sure you're getting good quality, deep sleep. And, you know, really it is super important. So speaking of which, now the one big question, the one big thing that seems to be plaguing a lot of you is dealing with sweet cravings or carb cravings. And so I wanted to give you a few ideas of where it's coming from, because, you know, we could talk all day about how, oh, well, you know, you just got to suck it up and just don't eat all the crap, you know, and who cares, you know, you're just being lazy if you're not doing the program. You know, we could talk all about that, but there's reasons why these cravings are happening. And I think it's a lot easier to make changes and to lay off the stuff you're not supposed to be having when you can get rid of the kind of the root causes behind it. So fighting it with willpower is not a root cause. Cravings for sweets aren't really a cause of anything. They're just a symptom that we get that are being caused by something deeper. So look at 3 S's. One is sleep. And this is like so overlooked by so many people. I'll tell you, if you are not getting good quality sleep at least 5 nights out of your week, you are, from a hormonal standpoint, really sabotaging your fat loss goals, your weight loss goals, whether it's toning up, whatever you're trying to do to change your body. If you are not getting good quality sleep, deep sleep, and uninterrupted sleep at least 5 nights a week, you'll find that you'll really struggle with changing your body. And not only that, those are the times where you're going to find that you're dealing a lot more with those cravings, carbohydrate cravings, sweet cravings. It has everything to do with that. And hormonally, it really changes things as well. So there's a hormone in your body called ghrelin, and there's a hormone called leptin. And basically ghrelin, I think of it like growling, like when you're hungry. It's the hormone that tells you, your brain's telling you, hey, eat, right? So it makes you release that hormone to tell you eat. So what happens is when you're not sleeping very well, then your body increases ghrelin, and so you start dealing with a lot more hunger. And then the other hormone, leptin, is the opposite. That's the one where your brain's telling you, hey, you've had enough to eat. I'm full. Stop eating. But what happens again with lack of sleep is we become more resistant to leptin, so we don't really get the signals to stop eating as we would if we were sleeping. And all this is just from sleep. Okay, so that's one S. The second S is stress. The more stress that you are dealing with in your life, the more you're taking on, the higher that it is, the more likely you're going to be dealing with those cravings. You're going to be dealing with high cortisol levels, which also program your body to store fat, and really causes a lot of problems nutritionally as well. So think about that. Stress management is a very, very important part of this whole puzzle as well. Okay, and then the last one is states. And I'm not talking about the state that you live in. I'm talking about more like mental and emotional states that has a lot to do with the triggers that go on in us that create kind of these cravings for these foods. So a lot of times there's triggers that are being set off by certain emotional states. Maybe you have these cravings when you're happy all the time. Maybe you have them when you're down, when you're sad, frustrated, angry, irritable, right? Lacking sleep, right? Things like that. So see if you can identify a pattern with when you get these cravings, certain times of the day, or certain, emotions or thought processes, mental states that you have, things you're thinking about, whatever it is. See if you can identify, because a lot of times there's patterns that happen. Do you get these cravings when you're tired, right? Lack of sleep, tired, fatigue, stress. It all relates. So really look to identify those and watch those 3 S's. So again, sleep, stress, and states. All right, so that's about it for quick start number 3. Hope that helps. Again, in the meantime, you guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Post them in the community, message me, do what we got to do to make this stuff work and to give you guys some wins under your belt. The more wins that we have, the more that you guys are winning on the little battles day in and day out with the little things, then the bigger wins that you're going to have along the way of this whole body transformation journey and personal transformation as well. All right, you guys, I want you to have a great, great weekend. Get rested, get recovered, get sleep, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday. We are closed Monday, so don't show up on Monday unless you want to work out in the street. Seriously, I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a great weekend and a wonderful holiday. Take care.